Hi friends, it's Deanna Williston with Our Blooming Catholic Life. And I'm out here today with a little review due to popular request, aka my mommy said I should. My nieces and nephews tend to sell magazines as a fundraiser for their school. My mom likes spoiling people with magazines. So she got me this one called MaryJane's Farm. I have to admit, I was a little leery because of the title and thought it might be a magazine that was not quite what I wanted. But it does look lovely. I admit I got 3 whole issues before I'm looking at it, so I know I'm driving her nuts. So if you can feel my mom twitching her eye, or the mom and all of you, I apologize. I just wanted to give this magazine a fair review, so I waited till I got 3 issues. I'm going to show you the 3 covers. They are all lovely. I have to admit, if I saw these in the store, I would be enchanted by any of them. Okay, so let's get in and see what some of them are about. The first one was from March 2021. The topics on the title were Eat Better, Feel Better, Live Better. Who doesn't want that? Farmhouse decor. Oh, DIY farmhouse decor. Chocolate gift cakes for all your Palentines. Wild Ladies, She Shacks, Workwear, oh my, and planning for pollinators. Oops, probably should have planned that already. The ad on the front cover is for some of those like Christian romantic books. I don't do those. But let's see. Then it shows this lovely little family here. These children all sit curled up reading books. Okay, I love that. My child would never sit. If I tried to hang ceramics on the wall, my child would freak out and never sit under them. Just letting you know. But they have lovely little, this is actually a cute idea. See, it's like a little bookcase. The books are below, which is funny because that's probably where I put the pills. But the books are below. And then in these bins, they have the various pillows and blankets. Now, most homeschoolers would use this setup exactly as I said. There might be some pillows down here. But up here, each child normally has an age-appropriate or grade-appropriate book bucket. Oftentimes, if you're a homeschooler, books that are like supplemental, that you don't necessarily need to read, but are on the same topic as something you're studying, will end up in your book bucket, as well as books you absolutely should be reading. Oh my goodness. So the setup is a little bit overwhelming. This is the table of contents. It's a little overwhelming for me, but a lot of people like this setup. Let's jump in. The work plate cut loose. Delivered daily. Drink fresh milk. They literally have dairy farm inspired things here. Very interesting. A lot of these ads are for some natural things and some are not. They have that weed killer that's really a flamethrower. And then on the next page, though, is an all-natural ointment for skin. It's kind of confusing. But legit, the editor, the executive editor is somebody named Mary Jane. So there you go. It's real. And the styling and design department is partially by Mary Jane. Some of the stitching. Oh, that's for the crafting and stitching. So they use them a lot. Okay, so she is throughout. Find it very interesting. They have letters to us. And I know that this is like a trend now. You can get an old barn silo and turn it into hut. John Bradburn, ahead of the curve. Just saying. Kind of pioneered that. His was legit an old one. He did not probably clean it properly or any of that stuff when he lived in it. And, you know, he invited bees to come live with him and stuff. That's probably not what other people are doing. Let's see here. An ad for great little chicken houses, chipper shredders. Some reviews on women's workwear. Very nice. That's so important. It is incredibly... Okay, hold on a second. It's incredibly difficult to find good workwear for women, and that is still feminine, right? And sorry, I'm just looking here, the one at the bottom. Innovative work skirt for all seasons. Normally, the women's workwear, like I love the company that makes stuff out of fire hose material, and I love their pants for so many reasons, but I want a skirt. They don't make it. Someone here does. All-weather riding skirt. That is arctichorsegear.com. Okay, so this magazine has me enthralled just from those ads. Some of it is a little bit more hippie than I am, but some of it's not. Like, some of this is legit right on target for me. Cute things to do with chalk walls for your kids. So there is a decent amount of family focus in here. Ads for Focus School, one of the folk schools, the one down in North Carolina. I've had friends go. It is apparently amazing. But it's next to fiction books that involve fairies and amulets. So it's not necessarily like a Catholic magazine, but it's not completely a new agey magazine. I think it's somewhere in that middle ground where we can all meet, where we all love nature and the outside. So that's a little interesting. There's a newsroom. Let's see here. There's some topics about Native Americans as well as Japanese. Very interesting. Oh my gosh, if my friend Diane saw this, I mean, the magazine would have her right there. She's probably going to want to borrow that right there. Farm Life with Mary Jane. Simple solutions for everyday organic. Ooh, that's kind of enchanting. Cultivate courage, emerge adventurous, nurture your new nest. Which is really funny. So she shares her ideas, gardening tips, crafting, sewing, carpentry, home decorating, entertaining, and simple solutions for everyday organic. Oh my goodness, friends, even some carpentry. So there's something in here for every woman. Ooh, there's great pictures showing you how to make these chocolates over here. These pictures are pretty informative. I'm impressed. I will say the print is a decent size. I could see if I got a little bit older. Oh, I'm wearing my reading glasses already, so maybe not. But I'm liking this size. The pictures seem pretty informative and as well are drawing me in. Even this smoothie, it's not just the recipe, it's literally step-by-step photos. So if you go to the internet, the blog ones where you have to go scroll through their whole life story to get the recipe, and then the video is just so much yapping like I do. But those pictures make it quick and easy to look at and get through quick. There are some really good crafts in here. Oh my goodness, friends. Stuff to do with play clay. This is really funny. Then there's stuff you can do with fabric scraps, planning for pollinators, and really good advice, like know what your natives are. Don't just, get a native plant because it's native to somewhere. Every plant is probably native somewhere. And just some really inspiring pictures on some more rare wildflowers. Okay, so let's go in the next one. So here we are again, like prescription for happiness, get outside, eat the rainbow, fruit tree grafting for beginners. This is such an enchanting magazine, friends. I can see why my mother wanted me to see this. Oh, and here's the cookbooks my mom's been talking about so much, wanting me to see. The Wild Bread. And these are actually by MaryJane's Publishing in the Cast Iron Kitchen one. My mom's been talking about those books a lot, asking me about them, and I hadn't read this yet, so she was on my case. And there's some really simple, small things that you can read, so you can just choose one of these. You don't have to read the whole article right away. So, they're 2-month article or 2-month magazines, right? So they're supposed to last you, so you could really take your time. Keep this by the bed, by the couch, in a little pocket, and just pull it out every once in a while. There's recipes in here: kale and purple cabbage breakfast scramble. Okay, spinach and parsley crepes. I'd be more likely to eat that until you get to that roasted portobellos. I don't do mushrooms. Don't hate on me. I don't do mushrooms, but I would find something to go in there. They are very innovative. Black bean and sweet potato tacos. Ooh. Swaff sweet potato breakfast cookies. Okay, we're taking that ginger out because somebody in my house can't have ginger and it makes them nervous. Oh yeah, and I shouldn't really be eating nuts that aren't super processed. But again, I can take that out or add maybe a little bit of nut butter. Easily adapt, and that is a 5-step cookie recipe. I can do that. Carrot green pesto. These are some really innovative recipes. There was a lot of recipes. Ooh, and then it's got a giant article about paper quilling. If you've ever heard of that, that's where you set paper on its edge and use it as an art medium. These are gorgeous. Some of them I wouldn't have even known were paper. Okay, grapes. So it's going to go in grapes. This is a great time of year to be reading about grapes. And it's not just a little bit about grapes. This is some great information, and then recipes, then how to plant them. Oh, remember we've talked about antiquing terracotta. wonder my mom probably thought that I had seen this. Oopsies. So there's some tips. If you didn't get your empty tomb little clay pot to take the antiquing, there's some tips in Mary Jane's magazine. That was the issue. That was April, May. So you may be able to still find that some places. But now we're into June, July. Let's dive in here. Oh, my mother's going to be happy that I'm loving this. Oh, how interesting. Homemade herbal fire stars. We all made fire stars before. We do them like in the little cardboard egg cartons and mix some wood chips in with some wax. This one is beeswax, the cupcake liner papers, and the cupcake tin, herbs, spices, and resins. And then they have the recipe on the side, which I'm not going to give you. I want you to read the magazine. And you add candlewick or just a string and some parchment paper. Woo! Very fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's an article on birds and what songbirds to look for at sunset. So let me go back a page. What was that whole article? It's like I totally missed that. Oh nope, that was the whole article. So they tells you about some that are good. Oh, and then there's also a resource. They give you a website to go to follow up on that article, as well as an app for your phone. So pretty thorough stuff. You can just read the magazine, or you can go more deeply from the website or the app. Again, some more really great recipes in here. I didn't know all this would be in there. This is a very much a lifestyle magazine, but stuff all over, even vanilla bean panna cotta with roasted strawberries, and it's strawberry season right now. Very interesting. Oh, a tortilla sundae. Lots of ways to make ice cream with tortillas. Very nice. And then some eco picnic wear for you. How to make pretzels. Oh my goodness. This I thought was interesting. It's how to decorate with rolling pins. I don't know that I'm doing that. That's not super Franciscan of me, but to do that. Now these ones I do like the engraved rolling pins. Okay, I would probably like one of those. I wouldn't like a whole stack. Oh, and then there's a book club, and they give you reviews of, 5 different cats? Or 5 different cats. There's one about a cat. 5 different books right there. Very nice. And then a little bit more about an artist. Oh my goodness, friends, these are very nice. And it says, what does that say? Community with Mary Jane. I wonder what that means. Oh, it says that they were just on Etsy and saw this artist and fell in love with her, and so they wanted to meet her. And she's also written some children's books. So that's all in here. Here's the children's books. So it's an in-depth article, and I'm like that too. I stumble upon somebody's video and I'm like, now I have to know more about them, and I interview them for you. That's the way it's working. So if there's somebody that you'd like me to interview, let me know. Here's a little bit of from sheep to yarn. How does that work? Very nice. Oh my gosh, friends, these photos essays are lovely, and it's not the shiny paper. It's kind of in between. It's not super shiny. It's not the really pale paper that's really hard to read. These are lovely. Yeah. Oh, edible flower lollipops. I don't even know what that is, but now I need it. Oh my goodness, friends. And that it does have organic whole edible flower heads, or you can use petals. These are fun. I'm curious as well about the mason bee watering hole. There's an article in here about mason bees and how to use them in your garden, as well as, it does say raising sting-free mason bees. Very interesting. In the back here are some recipes that you could easily cut out, clip to take with you, as well as there's a whole resources. I didn't notice this in the other ones. It's probably in all of them. A resources list that's very nice. It is done like products and info, and then there's subheadings, books and publications. So this is referring you back into the magazine. It says resources. It looks more like an index, but some of them are. This one here gives you actually a website as well. Very interesting. Here's the thing, and then just a little closing editorial. How fun. Okay, Mom, you were right. These are very enchanting. I'm going to love them. As you can tell, it's here on a rainy day. I'm considering going and watching a movie, but I saw the new one came, and I was like, need to go do that review. Yeah, Mary Jane's Farm, if you see that somewhere, I'd go ahead and grab a copy and let us know what you think. Again, it's not to any particular religion. It's not really, some of the ads seem a little new agey, but then some of them seem a little Christian. So I don't know that the magazine itself has a focus on any of that. The focus is on nature and letting it speak for itself, but they seem to accept ads from a variety of places, so you can make your own choices there. Again, I'd say grab a copy first. I don't know where you can find them, but I can try look. Again, that's Mary Jane's Farm, and my mom highly recommends it. God bless you, friends. Bye.